September 29th is World Heart Day, the biggest intervention against cardiovascular diseases. Theme 2014, healthy heart environs at home, work, play. Make heart choices, not hard choices. Each year, physical inactivity contributes to over 3 million preventable deaths. Blood pressure is the primary indicator. Diabetes increases risk to the heart by 50%. It's a World Heart Federation campaign, global fight against cardiovascular diseases in over 100 countries via 200 organizations. Target by 2015, reduce cardiovascular diseases related mortality by 25%.
Well, today is World Heart Day, and NDTV Fortis have come together for the NDTV Fortis Health4u campaign, and a major focus of this campaign is on heart health and cardiovascular diseases and the importance of having a public that's trained in CPR and first aid. Well, let's go across to where our drives are taking place in several cities, in 6 cities across the country. Let's go across to Monideepa and Kolkata. Anand, who joins us from Chandigarh, and Bhairavi from Delhi. Anand, first across to you, tell us what's happening.
Absolutely, Gargi. We are here at Elantabon. You can see in the background, people from all walks of life getting a training, hands-on training on how to do the CPR, the very basic and the first aid thing, when a person gets a heart attack. I'm joined by expert from Fortis. Doctor, just tell us, what are we going to do here today?
We are a group of healthcare professionals from Fortis Hospital, Mohali, and our basic aim is to create awareness about basic life support. A lot of cardiac arrests occur at home, in office, or at the community places, and the victims do not get any help. So our basic aim is to kind of prepare individuals for these life-threatening emergencies. The statistics prove that if cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR as we call it, is provided to a victim of cardiac arrest, we double or triple the chances of survival.
That's right. So this is in sync with the motto of this year's slogan of the World Heart Day. That's
perfect.
Heart, healthy environment. So that's right. The slogan this year. I'm joined by a student who just took a training. How was the feeling?
Yeah, it is really interesting. Being a student, I enjoy it really, and I know it's really a easy task. And being a student, we feel that it's very important for each and every person to learn this. Yeah,
that's right. So back to you, Gargi. We'll be here through today and interacting with more people, more students on this CPR training.
All right, I can see a lot of public there getting trained in CPR. Monideepa, tell us what's happening in Kolkata.
Well, we are at Salt Lake city center, and that's a big place where everybody is coming for their last-minute Durga Puja shopping. And what they're going to get also, if they wish, is a quick training on CPR. And here you can see a demonstration going on over here, as you can see. And let me ask Dr. Ashish Nandi of Fortis Hospital a simple question that everybody wants to know. What's the difference between a heart attack and a cardiac arrest?
In case of heart attack, actually there is interruption to the blood supply of the brain and to the heart, and that patient feels that there is chest pain. But in case of cardiac arrest, what happens is the patient loses the consciousness, becomes unresponsive, and same time the victim does not breathe, and the heart also stops beating.
And is the CPR applicable to both situations?
Yeah, no. If in case of cardiac arrest, it is the cardiopulmonary resuscitation is the main treatment of choice. But in case of heart attack, the victim needs to go to the hospital, get ECG done, and subsequent treatments need to be done.
And how important is it for people, ordinary people, to know about CPR?
It's very important. The steps of CPR are very simple, and if the common people knows how to do the CPR, they can really make changes to the life.
Okay, so they can save a life. You can save a life if you know about CPR. So you can come into Salt Lake City Center today and find out more about it, or you can actually tweet using Attack the Heart Attack hashtag. So you can do that and do your own bit for raising awareness about the need to know about CPR. Gargi?
All right, Monideepa, lots of people learning a first aid in CPR. And finally, Bhairavi, tell us what's happening in Delhi.
Well, Gargi, lots of people learning how to do CPR. It's critical. The first 5 minutes are critical when there is a cardiac arrest. And I'm going to toss over to the doctor here from Fortis, Kshitija. Doctor, tell us how exactly a CPR is done, because that's the most critical bit of this.
Exactly. First, after assessing that whether the patient needs the CPR, after checking the response, Babaji, aap theek ho? Second, we check for the breathing, look at the chest rise. Then we check for the pulse. We place our fingers close to the Adam's apple, slip it down between the muscle. We have to take at least 5 seconds and not exceeding 10 seconds to check for the pulse and at the simultaneously look for the breathing. There is no response, no breathing, no pulse. We immediately switch over to CPR. The first thing we do is circulation, then airway, then breathing. First, intermammary line, straight down, sternum. We place the heel of one hand here, straight hand, elbow, shoulder in straight line, other hand, interlock the fingers, and then we do the compression. It has to be done 30 times, then 2 breaths are given. This has to go down 5 centimeters in case of the adults and 4 centimeters in case of children. Infants, it has to be 1.5 inches.
Right.
This has to be 30 times, like 1, 2, 3. After we do this 30 times, we switch to giving the breaths to the patient.
Right. So there you have it, Gargi. This is of course some things that we have to practice again and again to actually get it right. It's a very complicated system, as the doctor here was pointing out. Lots of students here from various colleges also learning this basic technique, which can be critical in saving a life.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. And as you can see, CPR drives taking place in several cities. Well, time for us to slip into a break. A lot more coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.
September 29th is World Heart Day, the biggest intervention against cardiovascular diseases. Theme 2014, healthy heart environs at home, work, play. Make heart choices, not hard choices. Each year, physical inactivity contributes to over 3 million preventable deaths. Blood pressure is the primary indicator. Diabetes increases risk to the heart by 50%. It's a World Heart Federation campaign, global fight against cardiovascular diseases in over 100 countries via 200 organizations. Target by 2015, reduce cardiovascular diseases related mortality by 25%.
So today on World Heart Day, NDTV and Fortis are organizing CPR camps across 6 cities. Let's go across to our reporters. Monideepa joins us from Kolkata. Harsha joins us from Jaipur. Monideepa, first to you. Tell us what's going on.
Well, you know, it's Puja season and there are people shopping in the city center mall in Salt Lake. But curiously, they're all stopping by for a little training in how to do CPR. The number of enthusiasts is fascinating, but then they all realize it is life-saving. This lady just took a quick course in it. Why do you think this is important to you?
Hello, I think CPR is very important because you could be anywhere. You could be in a movie theater, you could be in a shopping mall, and someone could need CPR. So knowing CPR really helps you save a life. So I think knowing CPR is very important.
So you think you're ready to do it?
I am very ready to do it.
The other lot of people who are here with us is college students, and not just any college, but medical college students. Do they teach you CPR in college?
Ma'am, in the ward duty, in the clinics, they do teach us the emergency things which should be done before the patient is actually given help from the hospital.
What do you think? How important is it?
I think this training session is really helpful because you just don't need to be medicos to save a life. In need, you may help this with just a simple steps.
Wonderful. You don't have to be a doctor to save a life. You need to take a little crash course in CPR and you can save a life. This gentleman here is from the Ayurvedic college, medical college. And why are you here?
Because I learned about this technique and it can save a life. Like when it.
And you have a certificate?
Yes, I got this certificate.
Okay, Saurav Parashar has got a certificate and he's a Ayurvedic doctor in training. Wonderful. What about you? Why are you here?
We can learn how to save a person in case of an emergency because ambulance services are not so frequent and because traffic jam you can get.
ambulance services could be much better, and in those precious few minutes after a person suffers a cardiac arrest, if you know CPR, you can save a life. And if you can't come to Salt Lake City Center today, do log on to ndtv.com/health4u. Gargi?
All right, Mohideepa, thanks for joining us. With that, let's go across to Harsha in Jaipur. Harsha, a lot of people there learning CPR and first aid as well?
Yes, absolutely. We've had a lot of youngsters coming in, and now to inspire them, we have the latest heartthrobs, if I may say so, pun intended there, the latest heartthrobs in town. That's the Kabaddi team of Jaipur. I have Rajulal Chaudhary with me. He's an all-arounder with the Kabaddi team to talk about fitness. Rajulal ji, ये बताइए कि जो अभी हम सिखा रहे हैं, ये सिखा रहे हैं कि किस तरह से अगर हार्ट अटैक होए तो किस तरह से लोगों को बचाना चाहिए. बट आपको क्या लगता है, व्हाट इज द प्रिवेंशन कैसे होना चाहिए?
मैडम, हार्ट अटैक का सबसे बड़ा प्रिवेंशन है व्यक्ति को खुद की फिटनेस पर ध्यान देना चाहिए. हार्ट अटैक जो बॉडी में एक्स्ट्रा फैट की वजह से हार्ट अटैक की प्रॉब्लम्स आती है. इसके अलावा बॉडी में फिटनेस के लिए सबसे जरूरी है सुबह वॉक करें, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वॉकिंग करें. उसके अलावा कुछ एक्सरसाइज है वो भी एज के अकॉर्डिंग एक्सरसाइज करें. इसके हार्ट अटैक में हम प्रिवेंशन कर सकते हैं.
व्हाट अबाउट डाइट? आप एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन हैं, कबड्डी में करते हैं, विच इज एक्सट्रीमली कॉन्टैक्ट स्पोर्ट, अ वेरी टफ स्पोर्ट. तो डाइट का कैसे ध्यान रखते हैं कि स्ट्रांग भी हो लेकिन हार्ट पे जोर ना पड़े?
मैडम, डाइट का स्पोर्ट्समैन के लिए सबसे जरूरी है डाइट. यदि स्पोर्ट्समैन खुद की डाइट एक तरीके से पूरा शेड्यूल बना के डाइट लेगा तो वो स्पोर्ट्समैन बहुत आगे तक सक्सेस हो पाएगा. डाइट ही स्पोर्ट्समैन के लिए.
जैसे क्या लेना चाहिए
डाइट में? मैडम, सुबह शाम गर्म दूध लेना चाहिए. उसके अलावा प्रोटीन्स के लिए सोयाबीन हुआ, चना हुआ, बादाम वगैरह ये लेना चाहिए. उसके अलावा मौसमी जूस हुआ. और
उससे हार्ट पे जोर नहीं पड़ता है?
या मैडम, हार्ट
के लिए हेल्दी है वो?
या मैडम.
So, as you can see, this is Rajulal Chaudhary, who is the all-arounder of the Jaipur Kabaddi team. They won the recent season, the Pink Panthers team, and he's here to join us. He's given us some useful tips on exercise and diet, and you can see there is where the camp is happening. So we've got kids there. They're being taught. There's a crash course in CPR. Then they're all being taught there what can be done. Last question, Rajulal ji, हम जो बच्चों को सिखा रहे हैं, you think this it's a useful thing? I mean, they can help save a life?
या मैडम, ये कभी कहीं भी जैसे एक्सीडेंट वगैरह, व्यक्ति का एक्सीडेंट भी हो जाए तो ये चीज इतनी इम्पोर्टेंट है क्योंकि व्यक्ति को जो कृत्रिम सांस वगैरह ये है, ये टाइम पे दी जाए तो उसकी जान बच सकती है.
Thank you very much. That was Rajulal Chaudhary from the Jaipur Kabaddi team talking to us about how important it is to learn how to help during a heart attack.
Right. Well, thanks so much, Harsha and Mohideepa, both for joining us. CPR drives taking place, organized by NDTV and Fortis. But really, how aware is our youth? We spoke to some young people in Delhi and Mumbai, and take a look at what they had to say.
To be honest, I haven't heard about this term so far in my life.
I told you.
No. CPR? No.
No idea, sorry.
Yes, I do.
It's something to do with cardiopulmonary resuscitation, something like that.
It's something related to heart disease, like you have to give a CPR when a person gets a heart attack.
Cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
CPR, no idea.
And do log on to that website if you want to know more about taking care and, of course, about CPR. Well, that's it from me for the moment. News updates continue on NDTV. Do keep watching.